All right, hello, welcome traders. This is Mark Silberman with the Premier Trader University and netpicks.com. In this video, I wanted to give you just a quick overview of trading futures on the silver market. The symbol futures is SI. And like all the futures contracts, this trades on particular monthly contracts. So right now we're trading, when I'm recording this, the December 2013. So it would be SIZ13, depending upon your broker. Now, this is one of my favorite markets to trade, but I do want to say right up front, this is not typically a beginner or starter market for futures. Your better choices there are markets like the Dow E-mini or soybeans even. Those are great markets to start with. But as you build your account, you need to be able to scale, and silver can really do that. Now, a lot of people trade the gold futures, and there's definitely more volume in gold. Like this morning, for instance, so far, there's about 19,000 contracts traded on silver when I'm recording this, but gold probably can typically be double to even triple that sometimes. So why do I prefer silver? Well, the bottom line is it has better volatility, in my opinion, and trading range, and it happens to go to targets more often than I see when trading gold. Gold can get a little choppier, and as you know, a choppy market can be a challenging market. Every market chops, can't avoid that, but that's the reason. Now, there's a few little tricks that I've learned over the years on silver trading. One of them, of course, is when do you start trading this market? My favorite start time, so you know, is 8 o'clock in the morning New York time. Now, you'd have to convert that to your time. Now, it trades before that. For instance, you can see on this trade here that was entered, this was actually 3:48 in the morning, so that was more in the European hours, and nothing says that this market can't be traded effectively other hours. But for me, where I found the best odds has always been in the US session starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, one huge thing you need to be aware of, when the floor opens 8:30 in the morning, things can get very crazy on this market. So about 8:30, you can see right here, you get just one bar, right? No big deal, very executable. That was today's session. But let me switch back and show you yesterday, because I actually traded and I had a setup on a different approach than what you see on the screen at 8:30. I couldn't get executed because right here is 8:30 in 1 second. The next bar plots 8:30 in 1 second, 8:30 in 1 second, 8:30 in 2 seconds, 8:30 in 2 seconds, and you get the idea. In fact, we don't get beyond 2 seconds until this one bar right here. Look at all those bars. And let me tell you, typically these are range bars, each one being 4 cents in length. I love range bars, by the way. That's how I trade the silver market, with range bars, not with time bars, not with tick bars, range bars. Okay, and my favorite setting right now in the current market conditions is 0.04, so 4 cents for each bar, by the way. And that's been constant for several months now. I will change that periodically, but that's been very effective for me for a while. So you can see during 8:30, if you start at 8, you may hit a point at 8:30 where you get a setup in whatever system you're trading. This is the Premier Trader University system here, the Trend Trader that we offer. But on this one, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So sometimes what you need to do is potentially stand aside from 8:30 to, let's say, 8:31. Or even 8:32. It's just a minute or two because it may very well just be not executable. If I have a trade heading into 8:30, I'll hold it. I'll keep it because usually the market tends to follow through. Of course, it reverses sometimes and goes against me, but I don't exit with the news. I'll go ahead and stay with it. And I like to go as late as, and no later, okay, than noon New York. Now, I'm hoping to be done way before that. I mean, who really wants a 4-hour time window to trade? But I won't go any past that level. So, right now in this short that you can see the system is in and the stop is up here and the target's down here, we're not where we need to be yet. But this triggered at 8:33 in the morning, which is great because it's after that 8:30, and we'll let this trade go. We have plenty of time to redeem ourselves even if the first trade does not work out. One other point on silver futures, well, a couple points. It's $50 per penny. Okay, so as you see this trade, each penny that it goes is $50, and it will trade in half penny increments. So to give you an idea, on this entry at in this case 82.5 all the way down to, let's just call it 70. So it's about 12.5 cents. That's over $600 in profit on a single contract. But of course, I've got somewhat comparable risk as well. So I need to be very aware of that. With our PTU trend jumper strategy, we can enter into markets with lower risk. So that may be something to consider as well as far as a strategy goes. The other thing is every month, first Friday of the month, unless the first Friday is literally the first day of the month, then it's second Friday, we have the U.S. employment report at 8:30. Just be aware, I never trade at that 8 o'clock start time on that day. I always will wait to 8:33 and then trade after that. So that's the one exception to my 8 o'clock start time. New York, of course, converted to your time zone. So again, be aware of that. Those are some of the real hints on silver futures. The market is very momentum driven. If you have breakout strategies, continuation strategies, this is a good market to trade. The final thing I'm going to tell you is once in a while, this market gets very choppy. No matter what you do, you will not succeed on a given day. So I have a circuit breaker in my personal trading. I will never take more than 3 losses on this market. At that point, I just got to say, market, you won, and I got to come back the next day, because what can happen on certain days is you could end up with 5, 6, 7 losses in a row if you just get overly stubborn. I have to wave the white flag once in a while and let the market win and put myself in a position where the next couple days I can recover from that. So keep that in mind as well. It's a behavioral thing that I've seen over the years with this market. But anyway, like I mentioned, don't jump in on this market if you're new. Make sure you prove it to yourself. Make sure you have more than enough funds to risk no more than a couple percent or less. So it's not going to be a $5,000 account. But eventually, keep this one on your radar as you get to become a more successful trader. This may be a market you want to add. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, of course, as always, please ask. Be happy to share more information with you on this market or any others.